So what's going on, buddy? It's your boy Electric Keeper back at it with another video, and today, because Video Blank is on a hiatus, we are going to be reacting to the last episode of the prologue of Danganronpa HeArtless Deceit. Let's get into it. Oh, okay. Not read that. Here we are, the main entrance of EOS Institute's Convention Center.
Wow!
Damn, the door's in pretty bad shape.
From what I deduced,
That's to be expected from what we're assuming. The awardees must have each been ambushed right after they set foot into the convention center. The awardees came in at several times, right? Yes, that's how the ceremony usually...
You sure about that?
You sure? Isn't it weird? Wouldn't somebody have noticed the busted door when they came in here? I see where you're coming from. But the door was only broken down once, and presumably at the ambush for the last awardees entering the building.
Huh?
Then how did the others get ambushed? Were the attackers already inside before anybody even showed up?
Precisely.
That seems to be the case. But they need a way to break their way in somehow. If the door was only busted once, and at the last awardees ambush, that would mean the kidnappers didn't enter through the main entrance.
Based on the investigation
From what
results,
my officers have told me, there is no sign of a forced entryway anywhere else in the convention center.
what the fuck?
You're kidding, right? If that's the case, then that means the kidnappers entered the building normally. Inside job, I'm calling it. That's what the evidence seems to suggest. But the implications that are questionable. Yes, because it wouldn't be possible unless EOS security guys let them enter on purpose. Okay, inside job. They should have been fully aware of the ambush, but why weren't they doing anything to stop it? Inside job! Are they hiding and playing around and look pretty?
Strange.
Strange, isn't it? What does this mean? Inside job! Don't tell me that damned woman isn't either. That or she's being coerced.
Actually, has Kumiko said anything about this situation?
Kumiko? As in, Kumiko Arase? I'm surprised you're on such close terms with the founder and CEO of EOS Institute, even if you've worked with her.
I wouldn't say we're close, but that's not the point.
I see. About that, Ms. Arase has gone missing since the ceremony started.
What?
It seems she too has been kidnapped.
What'd they say? Okay, so I think we found our mastermind, ladies and
We
gentlemen.
went over to her mansion to look for her. She was nowhere to be seen. We have another team investigating it right now. I can tell you the results of the investigation after the team files an official report. But yes, Ms. Arase hasn't said anything.
Okay, Mr. Rosé is the mastermind. Locked in. Keep that in mind.
Anything about the ceremony because nobody knows where she is.
Are you sure she's actually been kidnapped?
What do you mean?
Couldn't she have gone into hiding herself?
Of course, I haven't ruled out that possibility yet. A good detective wouldn't do that. But I don't see why she'd go into hiding unless...
She was in.
Mr. Yan, you seem quite suspicious of this lady. Do you think she set up the kidnapping and the killing game?
Like you said, a good detective wouldn't rule out possibilities.
Touché. Still though, I have no idea what her motive is. I doubt someone like Ms. Arase would do such a thing. I don't see any merit in her doing this. However, I won't jump to conclusions. I'll let the evidence speak for itself.
Yeah, alright.
Kamiko, just what the hell are you doing? Right, I don't think there's much else of interest at the main entrance. I would have thought there would have been clues during all about the place.
Strange.
The killing game is supposedly happening right here. Other than the door handle, broken door handle, this place is quite clean. The Ottomans aren't here. Where could they be? The type of killing game looks exactly like the convention center. My office is still working into that matter. Any ideas? So there's an exact replica of this building somewhere, right? Yeah. Something like that would quite a large construction crew, and if that's the case, they'd be talking by now. No, robbery goes a long way for them. Like, you might be able to bribe some officers to let you in here. Why are you giving me that look?
In my opinion,
Regardless, as unlikely as it sounds, I wouldn't put it past an organization as wealthy and powerful as EOS to pull it off. Even though I doubt it's the case, I'm not ruling it out completely. If it's not a duplicate of a convention center, then what could have possibly happened? Don't tell me they all got abducted and put into some virtual reality simulation. That is possible. Sorry. I have to keep pausing it because of fair use policy and all that shibble shbang. How do you really do video games for Sion? Rude, but it's true.
Anyway,
The staff must know something what happened. We should question them. Seems all the staff have been keeping quiet about the incident. We know they have been taken into question, but I believe there are a few around here today. If you want, we could talk to a couple of them. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
alright.
Follow me. Okay. There's a janitor right over there.
Good afternoon, sir. My colleague and I would just like to ask you a few questions.
I don't know anything about the kidnapping. I swear. I've already been questioned a billion times. Are you even part of the police?
it's a long story.
Yeah.
I promise it won't take long. Well, what did you want to ask?
You were working here yesterday morning, right?
Yes.
Who doesn't say that? Someone's lying.
What were you doing?
Cleaning the food court?
And did you see any of the awardees?
No.
Are you sure? Didn't you hear anyone shouting for help? Or anything like a struggle coming from the main entrance?
Not at all.
Really? Because when I asked the other janitors, they said they heard fighting at the main entrance.
They said that? But we weren't even supposed to be at the convention center yesterday.
Ooh.
I mean...
There's no use lying anymore.
I swear, I don't know anything.
Clearly
That's
you
what
do.
they all say.
I don't.
Do you want to blatantly lie to a member of the police? Come on. You should know
This is getting to this
better
guy.
than that.
We were supposed to come in for work yesterday as usual, but the management suddenly told us there was no need to come in that day.
You didn't ask for a reason?
No. I assumed I was the only one who got the notice, and it was because of a change in shifts. It was only after the kidnapping that I realized most of us were told not to show up. Later, they paid us off to act like we were doing our jobs as usual.
So he was definitely in on this.
Please, don't let the others know that I told you. I don't want my family and I to get in trouble over this.
Why shouldn't I? You lied to us at first. You
Dude.
should have come clean as soon as we asked.
No, I
apologize for my colleague's behavior, sir. Rest assured, your secret is safe with us. Mr. Yan, let's leave this man alone.
Montier drags me to the other side of the corridor for a polite man. He sure has an immediate, intimidatingly strong grip.
Come on!
What? That's on him for lying. All of them are accomplices to the kidnappers. We should have pressed him further to get more intel. I mean, he did a good job coaxing information out of him. There were civilians caught up in the scheme they weren't even aware of. It's part of that morale code not to force or intimidation against innocent people. Innocent my butt. Next time, please let me handle
I'll handle it myself.
What are you going to do? Be friendly and hope they'll convince after seeing how nice you are? That's the vital difference between us. You need to be intimidated in order to get information. All I need to do is be trustworthy and they tell me anything. Seriously, don't like the attitude of this guy. Regardless, I believe that's all the information we can gather from the staff. None of them are directly involved or know anything else about the hijacking of the award ceremony. I'll bet at least one person knows more. I blackmailed the staff. I could have seen his reaction to me pressuring that janitor earlier. Mr. Nice Guy would probably be against it. Threats and pressure are bound to work on one of these cockroaches. If I can't do that with Mr. Mortia lingering around, I'll have to do it some other time. What about the higher management? They're the ones who told the staff not to come in yesterday. They're under question at the police station as we speak. I'm afraid that you'll have to be patient for the results.
Let's discuss this.
Moving on, I want to check the CCTV footage of the camera at the main entrance. I'm sure we can find some clues there. Follow me to the surveillance room, Miss Hyung. This is the surveillance room? I expected a fancier setup. Are you having more monitors all the time? Mr. Yon, I'm sure a hacker such as yourself would. Why do you always assume hackers have dozens of screens up at the same time? It's not like I can look at all of them. Sure, I have a couple, but not that many. Sorry, pop culture tends to affect people's perspection. Anyway, let's review the footage. Here's one of them from yesterday morning at the main head.
Okay, nothing too peculiar. Let's fast forward a bit. Still nothing. Alright, I'll move it forward a couple of hours, and I'll pause if I see anything. Nothing? That doesn't seem right.
It's like the same footage was looped over and over again.
That's because it was!
Look, the sunlight coming into the room isn't changing at all. The shadow should move around as the day goes on since the sun is changing its position. But it's been the same for hours.
That definitely sounds looped to me, even though the security guards are denying anything of the sort. How troublesome.
Send in the evidence.
Seriously, how did they even get hired? They should have gotten the boot long ago.
True.
Oh, right. It's because EOS is in on this too.
Well, I suppose the footage is useless. No kidding. What else can we find out here? I'm afraid there's not much else to investigate. Do you have any other information then?
Let's discuss this.
Let me think. Other than the suspicious evidence pointed to EOS itself, I've heard some people with policemen reports and civilians are like whisper about rumors of the Yakuza. Damn!
Huh?
Why have the Yakuza?
In my opinion,
That's not a single piece of evidence to hint that the Yakuza is behind these killing. So
that's what the
don't believe
public
it.
think.
Hell, I don't control the thoughts of others. They seem to think that the Hitman clan are the kin. Ooh, Hitman. So the Himura clan. Akira. Wait, is that Akira's last name? Akira Himura? If it is, because the Ultimates were ambushed by many strong assignments. I can't remember how it would easily be. Yakuza. Yeah, can't talk. That's impossible. I know the ins and outs more better than anyone else, and I know immediately they're up to something. And if these rumors become rampant, they might be in trouble. Is there something you'd like to say about the Himura clan? No, that's one thing, but I agree that they're not the ones behind this killing game.
Could you elaborate?
And what makes you think that? I don't know, I just don't think they'd have anything to gain from it.
Alright.
I see, once again, they're simply rumors. Besides, the Himura clan have been pretty quiet since the death of their previous chairman. Alright, so we have two suspects. One of the higher-ups of EOS and chairman of the Himura clan. And that was several years ago. So someone either could have faked, so they could have either faked their death for this entire thing, or EOS is very behind it all, or they're working together to become the same mastermind, because that could be possible. But I don't know.
From what I deduced,
I'm not sure that he's just not that great at leading his men. Well, he's not wrong. But that's not the point. Get there involved, so let's leave that topic behind.
now that we've explored all there is to explore, I have a few questions for you, Mr. Yan.
You have questions for me?
That's right. If I recall correctly, the mastermind of the killing game is using an android as their mascot.
And?
That android, Ko, was originally part of EOS's possession before it got hijacked. Do you have any information about it? Considering you've worked for EOS in the past, surely you'd have a hint of what's going on with that.
No, I don't.
I see.
Way too quick.
That's a shame. The appearance of that android looks rather familiar, but I can't quite put my finger on it. I
like a
wonder
child.
what was the inspiration for the creator.
Was it like a little kid, like a child? My inspiration was. What?
I wonder
What the
what
hell?
was the
Let's go back.
inspiration for the creator.
And thank God. My inspiration was. Oh, sorry. Who the hell is that?
Ah, you look pale. Are you feeling alright? Or are you hiding something from me?
I'm not!
It's not good to lie, Mr. Young, and especially not to a police officer's face. I simply want to figure out the truth behind this incident. Besides, since we're nearing the end of our investigation, I believe it's high time you held up your end of the deal.
I hate little crossbar bees like him. Usually I'd be
Are
fine,
you
but
trying to forget me?
okay,
If I
this is
come
scary.
clean, you have to promise you won't hold it against me for lying.
Okay, that might be
Of course, I have no ill will towards you, and I will guarantee your safety from the police for your cooperation today.
I was commissioned to build the android for EOS as their security system and mascot. The design, the programming, everything was made by me. He was never meant to do any harm to anyone. I assume he got reprogrammed to become the killing game organizer. But it wasn't me. If it was, I wouldn't even be here to investigate. I'd be at home, safe from the public eye.
I see. Do you think you could tell me more about your design process? I'm rather intrigued by the fact it looks so human.
The only reason I designed him that way is to make him more palatable to the general public.
It seems you have an attachment to this android, Mr. Yan. After all, you refer to it as he.
I always get kind of attached to whatever trinkets I make. Hell, I have a walking toaster at home called Yui. She's a little troublemaker.
You... what? Actually, never mind. I don't think I want to know more.
It's cute! I didn't want to reveal him how much of a weirdo I am, but at least it stops God questioning about me. In any case, thank you for your work today. It was insightful.
Give me a moment.
Hold on, I'm getting a call. Hello, Karu. Tired of being in front of the camera all day? What was that? Oh, right. I'll be there in a few minutes. Sorry, Mr. Young, but our little investigation ends here. I've got something to attend to.
Thanks.
I'm fine, there's not much else to inspect around here anyway. Thanks for letting me inside in the first place. No problem at all. I wouldn't mind assisting you with such things in the future as long as you assist me too. I'm kinda sick of this guy, but if he gets more information, I'll do it. Yeah, alright, see you later. Let me escort you outside. Just got me again. Yes, Karas, I'll be there. Haha, you're getting quite impatient these days.
Give me a moment.
Well, Mr. Young, I'll be off now. If you want a job at the police station, give me a call. But it's best if you stop working for suspicious clients if you want a clean record. Yeah, I accept that was on me that time, sorry. You're a clever man. It'd be a great help if you assisted us. Stop. The president would definitely be streamlined in this investigation. Yeah, I'll pass.
Alright.
Alright, shall we exchange contacts to keep in touch?
Sure.
Here's my number.
From what I
How could
deduced,
you give me my number so easily? Must be a burner phone. He's not wrong. Well, thank you anyway. That's for me. I'll give you my business card. Let me know. I'll let you know if I find anything. I'm the same as well. Don't cause any trouble while I'm gone. I only got him off my back. I mean, that is pretty helpful, but I'd much rather have investigated this place alone. What's this? Let Morita drop something when taking out his card. Wait, this looks familiar.
This card. Why does he have this?
All the things I could have done. This is the last thing I would have expected. Can't believe this. Can't believe that a trace of hers still remains safe 6 years later. But how? Wait, who?
Did he know about her too?
Who? Who knew about who? What did he know about? Okay. And I guess that's the end. So, okay. Yeah, so that's the end, ladies and gentlemen. So there's gonna obviously be a lot to think about, but the creator did say that since they're on semester break, they're gonna have a lot more time to work on this project with the team. So, anyways, hopefully sooner or later, Chapter 1 does finally get released. But until then, thank you for watching every prologue, if you have. And I will see you in the next video, because next video, we're going to be taking on the new Doodle World update. And I'm very excited about it. Anyways, I will see you in the next video. I'm Electric Keeper, and I'm out.